Excuse me. Is that your seat? Is that your seat? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna sit there. Hey. Yeah. Can I sit there though? Kitty. Hi friends, I'm Felicia. Welcome back to my channel. So today, I'm going to be doing another episode in my series of knit chats. And I don't know why it just takes me so long in between to actually film, because I love talking about knitting. And like lately, well, like always, I'm obsessed with knitting. Lately I've been doing a lot, so I want to talk about it. So yeah. I feel warm now with my hoodie on, so I'm just going to take it off. I apologize for my bangs. I need to get a haircut. Waiting to hear back from my hairdresser when I can go get a haircut. So there's that. And then also just like this lighting. But you know, it's February in Manitoba, so we do what we can. I don't even remember when my last knit chat was. I was going to look that up before I started. But I'm not going to go back and talk about anything from that. What I'm going to do is just start, 2021, fresh start, and hopefully I will keep it up. This is episode 4. Episode 3 went up. My phone is just being ridiculous today. As episode 3 went up in June. So, there you go. So yeah, not going to talk about anything that I talked about then. Okay, so let's talk about finished objects, shall we? And I have literally none of the things that I finished this year because they've all been gifts. So we'll just talk about them now. So the first thing that I finished this year was a sweater for my nephew's Christmas gift. So he got it a little bit after Christmas. I knit the Flax Sweater. I will put a picture here. Look at it. It's so cute. That was the Flax Sweater by Tin Can Knits. I knit it with loops and threads from Michaels. This is what they look like. So I just used that in a burgundy color, and then I used a gray for the dinosaurs that I duplicate stitched on top. Don't they look cute? I feel very proud of this project. Just fix that. Wow. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, what else do I want to say? He looks super cute in it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I also knit a matching complementary sweater for his brother out of kind of a teal and a mustard for the dinosaurs. So yes, they were well received, which is always feels good. My second finished object of 2020 was a scarf for the same nephew whose birthday was at the end of January. So I knit him a scarf out of a cairn cake. I think it was the red velvet color, and yeah, I did that. I cast on 28 stitches, I think, and then I knit for about 4 feet or something. I actually just knit until I had done each color once. So I'm not quite sure how long that was. I forgot to measure. And that has also been given to him, so can't do it. Okay, the third thing that I finished this year was a birthday present for my niece. I crocheted a unicorn backpack. I just forgot. I forget who did the thing. I have my Ravelry open on my computer. The pattern is Unicorn Backpack by Crazy for Crochet Mama. And it's not available on Ravelry anymore, but I think you can still buy it on Etsy, or she has a blog or something. And I just used random stuff from my stash. I did not particularly enjoy this project. I don't love crocheting. Like, it doesn't click with me the same way that knitting does. But I have 4 nieces 3 of them are obsessed with unicorns, and the 4th one isn't old enough to be obsessed with them yet. So I think she will be soon enough because her 2 sisters are crazy for them. But yeah, so it was okay. I didn't like love the pattern. Like, I found it a little bit confusing. But having made it, now I would know how to modify that. I'm considering attempting to modify it for knitting. So we'll see. Next time I need to make one of these little unicorn backpacks. But yeah, we'll see. I think she liked it. I'm not totally sure. The next thing that I made was a scarf for my sister. Just because. Last summer, when I bought the yarn originally for her son's sweaters that I made, previously mentioned, then I also got her to pick out a skein for like a scarf. Or she just said that she wanted a scarf, and I was like, okay, if you buy it, I'll knit it. I don't remember exactly how. But anyways, that was from a Karen cake, a chunky cake. So it's bulky yarn. And she didn't like the chunks of stripes, so I knit it lengthwise, and I did it too long. But you know, like casting on the stitches, I think I did like 230 or something. And like this scarf was a struggle. I was on the struggle bus with this one. Like, I literally restarted it no less than 7 times. Like, that is not an exaggeration. And like every time, like first I started it going this way, and then I was like, no, and then I started again this way, and I was trying to do a pattern and it wasn't working, and then I did it again and it wasn't working, so I was like, okay, I'll just do it plain. And I was like, no, she doesn't want that way. So then I decided to do it this way, and I was going to do linen stitch, and it looked nice, but then I messed it up, so then I had to rip it up. No, and then I had to, and then it was not long enough this way, and then just finally, after like, and then I messed up the linen stitch the next time. So finally I was like, I am just casting on, I'm just knitting plain because I'm done with this stupid scarf. So yeah, and I gave it to her again. I think it was well received. I don't know. The thing that I'm realizing this year is that like for the past few months, I just want to knit things for other people because I'm not allowed to see them and I'm not allowed to touch them. So like give them hugs. And so I'm like knitting and crocheting all of my love into these things, and I'm like, here, feel my love, feel my presence with you. I made this thing for you. It's kind of how I'm feeling. So when we get to WIPs, you'll just laugh at all of the things that I have going on. Okay. Wow. Oh wow. Okay. So then the last thing that I finished, my last finished object that I finished last Sunday, on Valentine's Day actually. I finished it, no, it was the 15th, it was the day after. Anyways, I knit a unicorn for another niece's birthday. So here's a picture. And it turned out so cute. And again, oh, I have a printout though. That's my chair, just, okay. So this is the pattern. This page doesn't give anything away. So it's the Nilla the Unicorn by Rachel Borello Carroll, and look at these cute unicorns. So yeah, I had a lot more fun knitting this than I did crocheting that backpack. It was a lot easier. Again, I just used stuff from my stash, and I had plenty of stuff. The best part was doing the mane. That was a lot of fun. I will probably knit a few more of these so that each niece will have one at some point. But yeah, I don't even know how it was received because it got sent to another province, and I haven't heard yet how they liked it, so you know, rude. Anyways, yeah, so that's everything that I finished this year. Now I'm gonna get onto WIPs. And I have no particular order for these. I'm sorry, I tried to sound like Chevis from the Chevy Rail Stuff podcast. What's her podcast? Anyways, I was catching up, so I watched probably not even her latest one today. Anyways, she's so funny. I love her. Grab your drink. Okay. Yeah, okay, so the first thing that I picked up, guys, I jumped on the Musselburgh toque pattern, okay? I just had to do it. So, and now, okay, 2 weeks ago when I really, really wanted to cast one on, and then a week ago when I did cast on, it was really cold here. 2 weeks ago was like minus 50 with the wind chill. Minus 50 Celsius. Oh my gosh. Which is like minus 58 or something Fahrenheit. Ridiculous. So that's how cold it was when I wanted to start making this, because it's like a double layer toque. So you basically knit a long tube and then you stick the one end into the other end, and then it's like super warm. So I was like, yes, perfect. It's freezing. And today it was +5. What, like, that's Manitoba weather for you. Just ridiculous. Like, it felt like spring. Snow was melting. I downgraded from a heavy jacket to my medium jacket. It was ridiculous. Anyways, so this is how far I am on my Musselburgh. Okay. So, wow, sorry for the lighting. Okay, so this is, I'm knitting this out of Midnight Cravings. Fingering weight, the colorway is Casual Friday. And I'm knitting this on a 3mm needle, a Chow Goose. And I'm loving it. The beginning is like kind of weird. You do a pinhole cast on and then you like do your increases. And that was like, what the heck am I doing? But I figured it out and I didn't even have to start over. I just trusted the instructions. So that's my start. So yeah, and then now it's just stockinette forever. So that's my yarn ball. So yeah, this is for Chris. Did I say that? For my husband Chris, if you're new here. Yeah, he likes toques, so he's very knitworthy. So I gotta do it for him. The stupid thing is that he wants mittens, and I cast on a toque for him because that's not what he asked for. Oh yeah, do you want to see a picture? Okay, that's the Musselburgh hat. I think I'm saying it right. It's like Edinburgh, Musselburgh. Anyways, patterns by Isolde Teague. And this is $5, no, it's a £5 pattern, so I paid 9 something Canadian for it. Should I tell you, like, do you care about how much patterns are? So the unicorn pattern, both of the unicorn patterns I bought, and they were both like under $5 US. And then the other ones were free because I made them up, or it was a flax, which is free. Chris is home from work. I'm gonna have to make supper soon. I'm not nearly done talking, so pause. Okay, just went to go greet my husband. Last thing, I have my Musselburgh in my Wonder Woman bag by Dragon Fiber Bags. So that's WIP 1. I will have a tally actually because whatever. Okay, next, this is okay. I'm just picking them up just randomly. So, oh, I think Chris is walking on the treadmill. Okay, the next ones I have in this books are my bag, tiny little tote that I got from Chapters way back when. And this is Vanilla Latte Socks, which is a free pattern of a cat hair. Oh, it's really bad pictures. It's all scrunched up and I printed on my printer with no ink. So, whatever. It's a free pattern. So, there you go. I am knitting this out of West Yorkshire Spinners. This is Hollyberry, I think. This is the main color, and then I'm doing this cayenne for the contrast bits. And how far am I? Oh yeah! This is, I haven't touched this in a while, so. Okay, I have one sock done. This is the hoe, you guys. So these are for Chris. So he's big man feet. So this is for him. So it's just like a subtle rib, which I like. So yeah. And then I'm just started the cuff on the second one. I'm using, I actually just got these. I started this with these. I did not knit this with these. This is, oh, it's closing the door.
I'm gonna be making noise.
Okay. The collage square needles, and this is a 2.25. Fun thing about these is I don't think you can buy these online. You have to buy them through a supplier. And funnily enough, my sister-in-law that lives in Edmonton, she lives like 3 blocks away from a knitting, a yarn store. So, and they're one of the few suppliers in Canada that carry these needles. So I was like, hi, if I place an order for these needles, will you go curbside, pick them up, and then mail them to me? And she was like, absolutely. So she did. So, I've only knit this much with them. I am enjoying them, is all I can say. They're supposed to be more ergonomic, and I just really wanted to try them. I mean, I don't have autofocus on my camera because I don't have an external mic, and the mic is so loud that it's just terrible. So I can't even well, you know, they're square. Anyways, so that's that. These are kind of on the back burner, obviously. They're Christmas socks, so they're not in a rush right now. I would like to finish them before Christmas, and then I also got enough for me to have a pair, so we can have matching Christmas socks, and hopefully I will finish them before next Christmas. Maybe I'll do Christmas in July with those. Okay, next one. I don't even know what's in here. Ta-da, surprise. This is my cute Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer bag. This is one of my favorite Christmas movies, and I bought it off Etsy. I think it was Fate's Thread. What's in here? Oh, yeah, this isn't even a WIP. It's just a ball. Okay, so this is a ball yarn. Rose Hill Fibers, Rose Hill Yarns. I think they're a Canadian dyer. This isn't even focusing. I'm so sorry. That's why no one watches my videos. The colorway is Beachfront. I was going to make mittens for one of my besties for Christmas, and as you can tell, I didn't even start. So, because I ran out of time, and then I figured she's a grown-up, I'll finish the kid gifts first. And I had something else for her. So, I don't know. And now, I don't know what pattern I'm going to use. I want to make fingerless mittens, and like, I just cannot settle on what pattern I want to do. So, it's terrible. So that's that. It's kind of not a WIP. It's like idea of a WIP. Okay, what's in here? This is a bag that I got stuff in from Sephora a long time ago. It's very cool. What's in here? Oh, yes. My girl from the grocery store shawl. That's the name. This is a paid for pattern. That's a picture of it by Hohi Locatelli. And okay. This is how far I am. So this has kind of been on the back burner too, because it's not a gift for anyone. So there's this. So I'm that far. I'm knitting this out of, what is it? Manos del Uruguay, I think. And the colors are here. Look at, oh, they're beautiful. This is Oxblood and this is Leo, I think. I bought this a few years ago. It feels so nice. Like, it's so soft. I'm so excited to wear it. I bought this from my local yarn store. I want to say summer of 2018. I think that sounds right. I bought it after the Wonder Woman shawl came out. So I think that was also the same year that Wonder Woman came out. Actually, oh no. am not knitting the Wonder Woman shawl, so I can't tell you. So when I bought this yarn, originally I was going to knit the Wonder Woman shawl, and then I was in the store and I was like, I pulled up a picture of Gal Gadot in her costume. Gal Gadot. So sorry. Gal Gadot in her costume from Wonder Woman, and I picked colors that were like close to her costume. So then I was gonna do that, and then I didn't start it, and then I kind of cooled towards having like a Wonder Woman shawl, but this is still totally Wonder Woman-esque. So I'm very excited about that. So that's this one. WIP. Okay, what's in here? This is a bag that I got at the Manitoba Fiber Festival a few years ago. It is So Into Knitting. And oh yes. Oh, what's in here? Okay. This is my heel toe do-si-do socks. Again, these are for Chris. The pattern is by Crazy Sock Lady Designs. And it's a paid for pattern. I think it's $5 US. So, you know, that's very not telling of what I will pay for it with the exchange rate. Anyways, so these are socks for Chris. I think I said that already. So I'm past the heel on both of them. So I'm on the foot. I'll show you this one. It's longer. So that's that. So this yarn, I can't remember what it's called. I'll have everything linked down below. And I don't keep ball bands because I cannot be bothered. I don't care. I have it all in my Ravelry. So, but yeah, so this has like a subtle gradient. It's self-striping. I think it's like twin socks. It's like some kind of German brand. But yeah, I'm enjoying the pattern. I'm knitting these 2.25, and I have them, I originally had started them 2 at a time, and I got down to the heel, and then I separated for the heel turn, or for the gusset decreases, and then I just left them separate, because why not? I'm doing the light bulb stitch marker trick, where you mark every 10 rows so your socks can match. So I'm like, sure, I'll give it a try. And then these are on literally the worst needles. I think these are loops and thread. I picked them up at Michael's. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, I need more needles. They have needles. They're cute. This is the worst cord of all time. So don't buy them. Like, spend the money and buy a nice pair, because these are so annoying. I'm just like livid at these stupid needles. But yeah, so these are my socks for Chris. So someday he'll get them. I started these in 2019. So there you go. There's that. Love you, honey. Have some socks. So there's that. Okay. Oh, I know what's in here. Oh, I'm missing one. I'm missing. Where is it? Okay, anyways, I'll go get that. Okay. Next is the Habitation Throw, kind of. This is by Helen Stewart. Curious Handmade. She was giving this pattern away at the beginning of the pandemic when people cared and wanted to do nice things. And now they're like, forget it, we're all screwed, so never mind, you don't get free things. So now it's a paid for pattern, I got it for free. Sucks to be. Sorry. Okay, so that's how I feel about it. Don't get me started on like, whatever. Okay, so I have this, first of all, I'll show you the bag. This is my Canada Reads bag that I won from my friend Erin. She did a giveaway and I won it. And it's very large with very long handles, which is kind of annoying, but it's also, I guess, good when you have like books and then you can put it over your shoulder. It works. So, but right now I'm using it as a project bag. I have used it for books. So I'm just kind of following the shaping. So I'm this far. So you knit it on the diagonal. And yeah, I'm not doing the eyelet rows because whatever. So this yarn is, pretty sure it's Red Heart. Super Saver or whatever they call it. My sister bought this years ago. I think when my nephew, her oldest, was a little baby. He's 6 now. When he was like probably a baby or 1 year old. And she was getting a blanket. And then she started and she got, I don't know, like this much done. And then put it away and never touched it again. And then she had it in a bin in their bedroom. And then my nephew, when he was 4, he decided that he was going to knit like Auntie Felicia. So he's like, I've seen her do this. I know how to do it. And then he made a big mess. So that was kind of cute that he, you know, figured he knew how to knit because he'd seen me do it so much. But yeah, so then one Sunday when we were at their place, then we like all sat in the living room and we detangled the yarn and rolled it back up. And then my sister was like, I'm not gonna knit with it, you can have it. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, I'll make a blanket and give it back to her. So her youngest, she's 2 boys, so the oldest one had fun with it. The youngest one is obsessed with blankets. So I'm like, here you go, you can have a blanket. But yeah, it has an applied I-cord edge, which I love, and I definitely see myself knitting more blankets out of just like scrap whatever with this pattern, because it's meant to be like for advents but also like scrappy. So that's what I'm gonna do. But like, I cannot be bothered to have even stripes, so I'm just like gonna knit until I'm out of a yarn, and then, you know, whatever, it's fine. I have in here, this is my yarn kit. I brought it in here just in case, so I can have a table for my water and to put stuff on, but then also in case I wanted to get anything out of here to show you. Which so far I haven't, but I have like a big ugly ball. I will show you the big ugly ball, because I will make another blanket when, there it is. When I'm done that one, I'll just cast this other one on right away. So I'll show you the big ugly ball. Here it is. I was going to do a crochet blanket with this. This is like many different colors in there. It's just a magic knot ball. So once I'm done that, then I'm just gonna surprise myself, because I did this years ago. I don't know what's all in here. So I'm gonna make another blanket with that. So there's that. This, what's in here? What are you? Oh yes. Surprise. These are gift socks. Have you seen, what have I shown you in here that's for me? The girl from the grocery store. That's the only thing that I've shown you that's for me. My goodness. Okay. I have it in this bag. That shows you the last time I touched it. Also, I don't have that many project bags. This is Bling Your String, I think, is who made it. Yes. Tags on the side. Grumpy Cat Christmas. I love cats, but Grumpy Cat's not, you know, whatever. She's fine, but not my thing. I like the lining. I should turn it inside out. Cute little Christmas trees. Anyway, so these are socks. I started again 2 at a time. And I was like maybe halfway up the foot, and then I actually decided to rip them out and start over. Shall we have fun? Okay, so I have Chalgu needles, and I have high sharps, and I hate this cord on the high sharps. Chalgu cord is the best cord if you love magic loop, which is what I love. I love magic loop. I have a tangle here. It's fine. So I'm doing Hermione's Everyday Socks, which is a free pattern. Yeah. So the reason that I started, and you know, I'm still a little bit iffy, but I'm going to keep going. You know what? Because I don't care and I don't think she will. Well, I kind of care, but I don't think she will. So I will just keep going, I should say. I'm doing, the yarn is Cascade Heritage Wave, which is a gradient. So at first I started from, I had the dark and the light ends. That's what I'd started with. And then I was going to go, and then they would be matching at the top. And then I was like, the more I knit, the more I didn't like it. So then I was like, no, I have to start over. So I wound the skein into equal parts, and then I just cut it and started in the middle. I should also say this is also Cascade Heritage in moss, and I knit her another pair of socks with this when we went to go visit her in 2019. And she bought the yarn at the aforementioned yarn store that she lives 3 blocks away from. Then I said, if you buy yarn, I will knit you socks. So I've already made her 1 pair of socks out of this. Anyway, so now this was the other skein that she picked. Oh, that's not, whatever. That. So, yeah, so then I was knitting. But, okay, so, but then the thing is that, like, I hope you can see this. This is not in focus at all. But, like, if you see how, it's the same color, but only for here. And then it already is gradiating. But this is gradiating. Get it? It's great. But this is still the same. So it wasn't even. So now I'm just like annoyed. And I didn't actually pay attention to like where the color changes were. Didn't think about that. But so it's only the same color for like a centimeter. But again, I don't think she's gonna care. So I'm just not gonna let it bother me anymore, and I'm just gonna keep going. I have been talking for so long. I'm so sorry. Okay. This is my second to last WIP. This is my Josh Groban Bridges Tour bag. That was 2018. And me and Chris, we went to Minneapolis because that was the closest city that he was doing a show. Rude. He did come to Winnipeg in 2007. That was the last time he came to Winnipeg. So we went to Minneapolis. And it was an awesome concert. Okay, we're good. We are got hooked on a pin. Okay, so in here I have Counterbalance mittens. That is a picture. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's out of focus. You know? There. That's what they look like. Doesn't know where my face is. That's where my face is. Okay. This is a pattern by Stephanie Lotvin. It's for DK Weight. It's paid for pattern. And it has this really nice cable. So that is nice. And I'm knitting these mittens for my friend. For one of my best friends. And yes, she's also Josh Groban fan. Like, that's kind of her thing. Is that we both love Josh Groban. That's what we really bonded over when we met at McDonald's. When we worked at McDonald's together. 2005. That's how long we've been friends. Loving Josh Groban together. Anyways. So this is how far I am. This is the left mitt. And I'm just like convinced that it's too small. But I got gauge. Like, my gauge is the same. So it's just like terrifying. This cable is beautiful. And I'm naming this on my Knit Picks Majestic. This is 3.5. I'm this far. And I just feel like I should, even though it's gauge, and I've tried it on, I can get it on. My watch is in the way. Her hands are skinnier than mine. But, like, not that much. But, like, I can get it on, right? Like, I can put my hand in it, and it will stretch when I block it, right? Anyways, so, this is ridiculous. That's what it looks like so far. This is stupid. Okay, but yeah. See, like, it goes on. I'm conflicted. So, it might be okay. I'm really hoping that it will be. It's according to gauge, so whatever. This yarn is Camp Fiber yarns? Camp Fiber yarns, I think. And this is a one of a kind, I think. So, it's Got this nice purple. I was gonna make socks out of it, and then she said that she wanted mittens, and she said purple was in the list of colors that she gave me when I asked. So yeah, her birthday was in January. These are supposed to be a birthday gift. I got my watch. So that's that. I'm gonna call this episode "Welcome to the Knit Show." Okay, this is my last WIP. Okay, this is in a bucket that we got a Christmas gift basket in last year. And in it I have scraps, because this is the ultimate scrappy blanket. These are fingerless mittens that I hate, so I'm gonna frog them and put them in this blanket. Okay, that's just what this is. This is just for like all of the random yarn. Random acrylic scraps. Random worsted weight scraps. Worsted and Aran. This is a granny stripe blanket. There's many tutorials how to do a granny stripe. I think I followed Bella Coco. I think that's who I did. But yeah, so slow pan. That's my blanket. So it's quite big already. I just kind of chained. I don't know how many I chained. And I love it. I started this the first weekend of the pandemic. So this is my pandemic blanket. But yeah, I think I actually have shown this. I think I showed this last time. I don't even know if I showed all these WIPs. I don't know what I did. But yeah, so that's that. I haven't touched this in a little bit because I've had gift knitting. So that's that. And I love it. I love it very much. Okay. So that's all my WIPs. Here's the grand total. WIP counter. Now we're going to talk, just quickly touch on upcoming projects. Okay. Firstly, Chris has asked for mittens. I have this Barocco Ultra Wool, 100% superwash wool. This is a worsted weight. He wants mittens. And I want to make him mittens. And I'm having a hard time finding a pattern. Like, okay, so like I thought I would do, I'm not having a hard time finding a pattern. I'm having a hard time settling on what I want to do. Because I could just make World's Simplest Mittens by Tin Can Knits. I've made it before. It's awesome. I could also, you know, just make all of the mittens that I'm not sure about. Just use that pattern because it's amazing. And it's a free pattern. So there's that. But I also thought, I was thinking like the convertible mittens route, because then, and I was looking at specifically the Podster gloves mitts. I'm not quite sure. I'll have the information. Which is a convertible mitten, and then it has like little gloves, like so separate fingers. So I thought that would be nice, because then it would go halfway up his fingers, and then fingerless mittens, and then he could cover it, and then his hand would be like even extra warm. But like, it's a free pattern, and it has lots of projects on Ravelry. But like they all have like modifications, so I'm like, oh my goodness, like what kind of modifications are we gonna have to make? I don't feel like it. I don't wanna. So this might just become just plain mittens, and he won't complain either way. He'll wear them. So I don't know. We'll see. If you have any insight on the Podster mittens, or like any kind of good convertible mitten pattern, please let me know. So there's this. Okay. Then I have, guys, I have 3 of these. Is this upside down? No. Karen Big Cakes. What is this color? This is boysenberry. I have 3 of these. So my sister-in-law wants me to make her a mermaid tail blanket. And I said, if you buy the yarn, I'll make it. She bought the yarn, and I haven't made it. And I'm just like kind of, because it's always crochet. Those mermaid tail, I can only find good crochet patterns, and crocheting just doesn't excite me unless it's my scrappy blanket. Blankets are the only thing I want to crochet, apparently. I have the pattern. This is a paid for pattern, but I mean, how much information? People are so paranoid. It's like, you're not going to get any information off of this This is 7 pages. This is not going to help you. So that's what it looks like. That. It looks doable. The level is easy to intermediate, and I am at least that with crochet. So her birthday is in a month. So I have a month to make this if I actually want to give it to her on time. And she keeps asking me, and I told her, don't ask me, you get it when you get it. But she still keeps asking me. She can't help herself. She's so excited. So like I need to just make this, and I'm sure once I get started I won't hate it. But yeah, so there's that. Then in end of April, another niece is having a birthday. So she's getting another Nilla the Unicorn out of whatever scraps I have in here. Or random skeins and balls. I have, can I get it? There's a green one in here. I can't get it, it's all the way in the back. This is my IKEA unit, and it is just crammed full. So yeah. But there's a green skein back there that I think I'm gonna use for the body. So there's that. Those 3 are like the next pressing things. And out of everything that I've talked about, the only thing that is for me is that shawl. So it's like, I guess this blanket too, this crochet blanket, but my scrappy blanket that I love so much. But that's also like a long-term project. So yeah, so that's like kind of what I've been up to knit-wise. I have nothing to haul, nothing to. I'm doing like a low buy year. Because, okay, I have about 30 patterns in my Ravelry queue. And things only make it in the queue if I have yarn for them. Everything in there I have yarn for. So, or I'm deliberating between 2 patterns. I can't decide. But I have yarn for, or conversely I should say, I have a pattern for almost all of the yarn that I have in this cart. This is a discontinued cart. I think they replaced it with the Ajax line. I think that's what they replaced it with. And then plus this tote is full of yarn. So, oh, I should tell you. Okay, so I have a bunch of these. Oh yeah, this is exactly the stuff that I used for the sweater. Loops and thread, impeccable. I actually love this stuff. I love acrylic yarn, and you can fight me on that if you want. I'm not fussy when it comes to, oh, I only use natural fibers. Acrylic is good. I'm an HSP, so if it feels good to me, then we're good. Okay? I'm very fussy about fabric textures, but this feels good to me always, so I like working with it. Anyway, so I have a bunch of these left over. I bought a bunch for my nephew's sweaters. Like I bought this, I didn't need it. I bought this, didn't need it, because I actually knit a temperature blanket out of this stuff. This is what was left from the older brother's sweater. Plus a whole extra skein. So I have all of these, plus leftovers from a temperature blanket that I use this exact same yarn for. So what I want to do is knit a flax for myself out of all of these scraps. And I did the math, and I have enough. And then, this is just ridiculous. Okay, this, I will just show you a few. I have a drawer full of this boucle yarn, which apparently is making a comeback. Which is good for me because I bought this literally 15 years ago for Michael's. If it has a date. So it's this Bernat Boucle, and it says on Ravelry that's chunky weight. I don't know how I feel about that. If that's true. It says it's bulky, yep. Anyways, so I have a bunch of this, bunch of different colors in different amounts, and I thought to myself, yeah, I could make a sweater out of that. And then I thought, make a zip-up sweater. Do a steek. So now, I'm just obsessed with the idea of doing a steeked sweater with the zipper. I've never done a steek. I've knit one sweater for myself. Never done a steek. Never put a zipper in anything. So, And I want to do a steek and a zipper with acrylic yarn. This is 100% acrylic. It's like, what am I thinking? But I can't get it out of my head. I'm like, that would be like a sweet little like jacket for when it's, you know, 5 degrees, 10 degrees outside. You need a little jacket. You wear your boucle, stripey boucle sweater. I'm ridiculous. So that's that. And then I have, oh, well, you know, I'll show you. No, I won't show you. I won't show you. I have literally plans for all of this year, basically. But yeah, so hopefully I won't need to buy any yarn this year. I really, really, really want just like a neon bright pink pair of socks. That's what I want. So I have to buy a hot neon bright pink skein of yarn because I don't have, with speckles, and I want yellow speckles in it. Pink and yellow is just one of my favorite color combos right now. So that's like, I have a few exceptions, or if I need it for a project, but like right now I definitely don't need for any projects. I have fuzzes in my nose now from holding up that dusty old boucle up to my face. What was I gonna say? I want to make a Briochealuscious. I think that's what it's called. It's a shawl by Andrea Mowry. Put a picture here. It's beautiful. I bought it. They always get me when they have sales. Those pattern designers, when they have sales. Then I'm like, yeah, I will buy that pattern. Andrea Mowry, Amber O'Brien. Those guys always get me with their sales. I'm like, yes, I will buy it. I have like, oh, and Soft Sweater. Sylvia McFadden. Is that her name? Yeah. Soft Sweater knits. Anyways, those three, they always get me with their sales. I have so many of their patterns in my library that I haven't knit yet. But yeah. With the Briochealuscious, I think I might want to get just a mini skein. I think I just need a mini skein, and I have the main parts, and I just don't have the right vibe with the 5th color. You need 5. I have 4, and I just can't find the right vibe. But then also I might start it and then see how I'm feeling. I don't know. But that's also down the road because I'm not starting it until I finish a bunch of these guys on the floor here. So I've been talking to you for a long time. It is 6:45 and I haven't made supper yet. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna stop talking now. I would love to hear your thoughts on like any of these projects. If you have any suggestions for the mittens. Where did I put that now? The mittens! You don't belong there. The mittens, or like the fingerless mittens for my friend. I just like, I can't settle on a pattern. So there's all of that, and then also just, you know, if you have any other thoughts or opinions about the things that I'm knitting, if you have any patterns, tell me what you are making. Just anything that you're making in general is good by me. So, yeah, that's it. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. And until next time, so long. Thanks for all the fish.